You're playing with your kids in your own yard. The last thing any of us would expect is to find someone watching. But that's what happened to Joel and Stacey. Their landlord put surveillance cameras around the property. It was never going to end well.
Get off. Get off.
Get off.
I'm a prisoner in my own home.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, it's how it feels.
You're gonna anyway.
She knows when I leave, she knows when I come home. She knows when we have people here.
Why is it okay for a landlord to be filming their tenant's property, their backyard where their kids play? Can you explain that for me? Everyone expects their yard to be their sanctuary, a safe place to relax and unwind, especially if you're raising children. So imagine the concern for the renters at this property when they discovered their landlord had surveillance cameras staring right at them. These are the photos taken by Joel and Stacey of the cameras staring their way from a shed belonging to their landlord, Ming Fang.
She's just got one down the left-hand side of the bottom window, up the right-hand side of the top window, another one mounted on the side of the office building, another one in the sliding door, another one on the left-hand side of that far window, and one all the way over in the back bungalow.
Joel is now resorting to covering the cameras up with tape or placing a rubber glove over the top, something their landlord did not appreciate, as captured in this video. Ming Fang climbs a tree in her neighbour's yard while holding a cordless screwdriver to reposition one of her security cameras.
How does it feel when you were living with these cameras staring at you like that?
We feel like prisoners.
It's daunting knowing that someone's watching you 24/7. It's daunting knowing that I can't come out of my front door without my landlord watching my every move.
His partner Stacey says the cameras aren't the only problem with this $850 per week rental property that's home for their 3 school-aged children. The first dispute with the landlord was over her unexpected entry inside their home.
I've never had an owner come onto the place where I was renting and just let herself into my house.
Maintenance has been another flashpoint. They've been living with this hole in their deck for months.
Oh, it's honestly been one of the most horrible experiences of my life. What are you doing?
The biggest confrontation happened last month, captured on Joel's iPhone and security camera.
Get off.
Get off.
No, that's assault. That's assault. That's assault. You just hit me. You just hit me.
The video appears to show Ming hitting Joel twice as her son Jack Ma arrives with a set of bolt cutters to cut open a locked chain around a gate on the property.
Don't cut my lock.
Hey,
That's willful damage.
That's not your lock.
It is.
This
This is
our
my chain and my lock.
No, this is not your chain.
It is, mate.
This is our house.
It is. It's not. You don't live here. It's willful damage. What are you doing? What are you doing?
With the chain removed, Jack Ma enters the property, claiming Joel's earth-moving trucks shouldn't be parked there.
Good.
What? Police is coming.
Huh? Good. Bring him.
Yeah.
She just
I'm getting
assaulted
your,
me.
No, I'm getting your trucks.
She just assaulted me.
I'm taking your trucks away.
Good. Get them towed away. I felt intimidated. I felt pretty useless, so I felt like there was nothing I could do to stop this from happening.
You touch my things.
Why are you close to me?
Property.
Did you think it would ever come to bolt cutters on your locks?
Absolutely not. No.
Jack Ma enters the property, eyeballing Joel at close quarters.
Why do you stand so close
This
to
is
me?
our property.
Hey?
Get off. Get off my property.
It's my property.
No, it's not.
I'm renting this place. And
No,
I
you're
have the
not.
right
You're
to be
renting
here.
that place.
And I have the right to be here.
No, you don't have the right to be on this side.
He was swearing at me, abusing me, and I just was trying to get away from him as quick as I could.
You're gonna have to leave anyway, in about a month. So
Yeah, well, that's
yeah,
good.
you're gonna have to off anyway.
I was shocked. I was shaking. It was really concerning. I didn't think that it would escalate to that point.
At the end of the confrontation, Jack Ma takes Joel's security camera out of action completely.
I am absolutely disgusted in the unprofessionalism that they have showed, the absolute disregard for our rights as tenants but also as human beings, because they are more than happy to let us live in absolute squalor.
Hello Ming, Dan Nolan from A Current Affair.
We caught up with Ming Fang emerging from a tribunal hearing regarding her efforts to terminate the tenancy.
Could you explain for us why you have cameras looking in at your tenant's backyard?
I'm not, because the half side belong to me and half side belong to them.
The 4,000 square metre block in the Gold Coast suburb of Gavin has not been subdivided, but contains 3 separate buildings. The main residence, rented by Stacey and Joel, a 1-bedroom bungalow, and this shed, which Ming Fang uses as an office and to store various items of junk, like this old payphone. She claims Stacey and Joel's lease allows her to access the shed side of the property and that her cameras are keeping watch on her possessions.
This one's looking straight over at their yard, that one is.
I wanted to know anybody, whoever come my gate, because people come stolen the wood, come stolen the things, I need watching all the time.
Yeah, but what about their privacy? Do you worry about their privacy?
She claims the bolt cutter incident occurred after Joel and Stacey denied her entry, despite being provided with an entry notice.
You know why I push? Because he put his hand on the seesaw. I push away, I worry my son cut his hand. That's the reason I push. I said, you go away. That's the only reason.
It looked like a pretty volatile situation.
No.
There are a host of other complaints at the property, including the state of the gas connection, a gas bottle sitting atop safety steps, some bricks, and a terracotta pot.
I thought it was dangerous. It's ridiculous. It's the worst setup I think I've ever seen.
Ming claims her property manager resolved the gas situation with a new connection.
Do you think that's safe?
I called Origin come in that day before.
But
that.
hang on, you rented it out like that.
You asked me
yeah,
question.
you rented it out like that.
I already called people coming.
There's also a septic tank at the rear of the block, which appears to be leaking sewage.
It's terrible. We smell it every day.
Every day.
Every day.
It's really bad at night.
They shouldn't even touch the sewage. This is plumber thing. From the up.
Well, I don't think they're touching it. They're just smelling it.
You only listen to them story. You didn't listen much.
Okay.
Ming Fang says this tenancy has taken a toll on her health.
Excuse me, I have to go. I'm very sick.
She had a win at this tribunal hearing, which granted an order to terminate the tenancy due to late payment of rent. Joel and Stacey have decided to move out anyway and have a counterclaim still waiting to be heard, seeking compensation for a long list of grievances.
We have done nothing but treat this house like our own home. As on the last inspection that they did internally, we were praised with how well we were keeping the place. But still, it is a battle every time to get anything fixed.
Ming Fang returns to tell me she's actually a very nice landlord.
You want me to say I'm bad landlord? I disagree. I'm so kind.
Showing me a series of large pictures claiming the tenants caused damage to her yard, a claim they strenuously deny.
I understand that she owns it, but we pay money to live here, and by that standard we have our own rights, and we shouldn't be harassed by our landlord.
Among Ming's pile of pictures is this one, which reveals exactly how much of Joel and Stacey's yard was being recorded by her cameras.
How are they meant to have privacy when you've got this camera? This is your own camera.
My camera in my house side. My camera is for this area.
Well, yeah, but it's not capturing this area, Ming. It's capturing their whole front yard. This is the problem. This is the root of the whole problem here. You've shown it to me.
And Queensland Police is investigating the bolt cutter incident, while Council is looking at whether one of the buildings on the property has the right approvals.